You guys, welcome to So Bad It's Good. This is going to be a Bravo pop culture roundup, so buckle in. We got some of the top Bravo stories that have happened over the last couple of days. The only not Bravo related things that I want to mention really quick is I watched the this week's episode of And Just Like That, the Sex and the City continuation, and yeah, that Che threesome with it was a lot. If you guys have seen it, I don't. It's Che Diaz is potentially my favorite character on television, but I cringe. I watch through my fingers whenever she's on, but I can't turn away. It is, oh my god. I mean, did you guys see it? She had it was almost a threesome with her ex-husband, Kate Hudson's brother, and then Miranda. And I was like, whoa, I really just, you could tell, like, I'm an old dude, and I'm like, I feel like a 10-year-old child when I watch And Just Like That. I'm always like, no, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. I would love it. You know, like when you were a kid and you used to try to sneak to watch a little nudity or something, when you got to see a boob or a butt and it was really exciting. I was just trying to imagine like 12-year-old Ryan sneaking, his parents' HBO Max, or Max as it's now called, and then turning on And Just Like That, hoping to see some nudity, and then just seeing Miranda and Che. No, I'm sure some people thought it was really hot. I'm sure it's very hot. I don't know why I'm starting this Bravo pop culture roundup with that. The other thing, guys, how is everybody doing? We have Speak Now Taylor's version just dropped a couple of hours ago. And if you're on Twitter or Threads, the new Twitter killer that Instagram made, I'm loving Threads, by the way. Follow me on Threads. You can find the account on Instagram or just type in So Bad It's Good, or I think Ryan Bailey. But you can tell everybody is intensely listening to this album, and they're so intensely listening to it that I'm scared to listen to it, because do you ever do this where you're like, I'm scared I will not be able to listen to it with the intensity as intense as all of these fans are. Like, I love Taylor Swift, and I'm like, I don't think I want to be able to listen to it as hard as some of these people are listening. Some people are like, they're on their third time through listening to and I think there's like 6 new tracks on it. Anyways, we'll give a full review next week of Speak Now Taylor's version. I'm holding out for Sheena Shea. I need Good as Gold Sheena's version. And by the way, Sheena, if you're listening or seeing this on YouTube, this is a direct challenge to Sheena Shea. You gave Andy a gold-plated Good as Gold vinyl record, and I need one of those. And I think we all need one of those. That's the perfect gift for a Bravo lover, a Good as Gold vinyl. It is a no-brainer. Sheena and Brock, you guys need to make sure this is out by Christmas time or the holidays. You just have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, come on, stop. All these brand deals, it's fine. But like with the vinyl is all you. Are you kidding me? You got to get that vinyl out. Okay, so Bravo this week. There's not tons on. They didn't do Below Deck Med. It was an off week because of the 4th of July, which sucked, because the Gary, Daisy, Colin love triangle is just really heating up. I wish more people were watching Below Deck Med, because I love it. But then we had Real Housewives of Orange County, which I talked about with Brian Moylan. I'll be doing a full recap on the podcast and on YouTube next week, as well as Welcome to Crappy Lake, Sonia and Luann's spinoff, A Simple Life kind of show that premieres on Sunday. So set your calendars for this weekend. Sunday, we're going to want to watch that. And also, we have the premiere of Real Housewives of New York coming up, not this next week, but I believe the week after. I hope I'm right on that. So a lot of stuff coming up, but in terms of actual things to watch on Bravo, not tons. And reminder, everybody needs to still go. You can watch Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, only 8 episodes. You can find it on Peacock, the Bravo app, streaming services. I really highly recommend it. I'm really hoping, and I think they are doing a second season. So make sure you tune into that. Now, we're going to do the main story as Ariana Madix here in a second, but I want to remind people that Summer House is shooting right now. And what it looks to be, it looks like we have Carl and Lindsay coming on here and there. And also they're going to have a wedding storyline. And then we have Amanda and Kyle. And then we have Paige and Sierra. Those are like the confirms. And I think that probably means Maya's there. But I'm curious why Sam, and then I guess Sam and Chris are friends of, and then I didn't see Gabby's name in that notes. I believe this was Queens of Bravo that was reporting this. I loved Gabby, so I am going to be extremely bummed if Gabby is not back. I thought she was a very interesting character when she did speak up, and she seemed, what I love about those reality show characters is like, I'm not like that, but I totally believe she's like that, and she's a different kind of person. And I think that makes for really entertaining reality show characters. The Sam and Corey relationship, I'll be curious what happens with that. And, you know, Corey was on this show and he seemed like a really nice guy, but then so many people sent me things of Corey liking some really extreme, potentially anti-trans posts, all of these things. And I think it's a really fine line. So I would love to speak to Corey again about that and about his, I don't know if I want to get into his beliefs, but I'm curious if that has hindered him at all, because I didn't see him on the cast list of Summer House, and I was hoping, I don't know, I'm very curious, but it doesn't look like Sam is fully back at all, and that shocked me because I thought Sam was a great character to invest in. Okay, so that's it. We do know Vanderpump Rules season 11 has been shooting now for about a week and a half. We actually got footage. I'm telling you, we're going to ruin this entire season for ourselves, and we're doing it to ourselves. Tom Sandoval's back from his Armed Forces Fox Network gig. He is back, and they were at a bar, I believe today, filming a scene between them talking about Greg, their other owner of Schwartz and Sandy's, and I think potentially being in a little bit of a tiff. Now, Tom does not have the mustache; he's perfectly coiffed. They were at that bar that they always go to on, if you guys are in, what is that on? It's not Fairfax, it's on La Cienega. What's that place? They go to it all the time. It's on the show, but I noticed that it looked like a daytime scene, but somebody was filming it and put it online. And I'm like, man, we are going to film every scene where there's going to be potentially no surprises. In fact, when I talked to Brian Moylan today, I said, if Raquel comes in, they're going to have to like hide her with a sheet just to not ruin the surprise of Raquel coming back to film if she chooses to film. Do you guys like things being spoiled for you? I think it's probably half, right? Like half of the people seem to want as much information as they can get it all the time. And that's kind of the premise of the internet is like, give it all to me. And I totally get that. But I always think there's so many other interesting things that we can focus on while this thing is being shot. And then we'll get the version that they want to present us with. And then we can go back and find the little missed moments and the intricacies and things like that. So I will say, just judging from the footage I saw in that Instagram post, it looked like Tom was a little pissy. I think Sandoval's coming in this all wrong. I think he's very pissed that he has bared the brunt of this. I believe that deep down, he truly feels like he is the victim. So I will be very curious with the attitude he comes into this season with. And I'm really curious what these conversations are going to be like. I think so. I'm very excited about season 11. Okay, so this is the big news. If you're watching this on Friday, this should have already been announced Friday morning, I believe, on Good Morning America. Is that Ariana Madix is going to be joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars. Now, this has been rumored for months, but I think we're making it official Friday morning, where Derek Hough, is that how you Hough? He is going to be making the announcement of the cast, and he was spotted first off grabbing lunch with Ariana Madix, and they were paparazzi photo together. But then also we saw him in Something About Her, Katie and Ariana's sandwich shop that is yet to be open, should be open soon. He was filming inside of there. So there's just no way that she is not joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars. That's just, unless Derek was like, I want to make an announcement at Something About Her just because I'm a huge Vanderpump Rules fan. I don't want Ariana on the show, but I just want to make a video here. So she will be joining the cast. We should have that official confirmation from him in the morning. And what do you guys think about that? I mean, listen, Ariana can dance. She actually does have training. Now, who do you want her to be paired up with? I feel like I should be asking my parents this question because they've been avid watchers of Dancing with the Stars. And I don't think, isn't Derek one of the judges now? So I'm curious who she will be paired up with. This article says Vanderpump Rules Ariana Madix, 38, treated the producer to food at her new sandwich shop. Something About Her, which she co-owns with Katie Maloney. She was showing off her legs in a ruched pink mini dress. I love guys like me that really don't know how to say anything about clothing. I read the word ruched because, by the way, Maritza Lopez, who does all the graphics, the YouTube, and like kind of like an unofficial producer. I mean, she is the producer. Like, she sent me all of these notes, and I'm like, a ruched pink mini. What the fuck is a ruched pink ruched? Why are we ruched? It's R-U-C-H-E. That's just wild. The terms you ladies have to even just put up with in terms of clothing. Ruched. A ruched pink mini. Anyway, and sky high heels. It says the outing fuels rumors that Ariana will compete on the celebrity dance competition show in its upcoming 32nd season. Page 6 reported in April that Ariana is in the late stage conversations, which, by the way, So Bad It's Good reported that in April as well. The publication quoted a source who claimed, quote, ABC is in a late stage conversation with Ariana to be a contestant to join Dancing with the Stars this fall. Ariana has apparently received the okay from the executives at NBC Universal, the parent company of Bravo, which produces Vanderpump Rules. Obviously, the production company is Evolution Media, which also produces Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Real Housewives of Orange County. Now, I think this is a win-win for Bravo. It's very smart for them to loan out cast members to other networks, just like they did with Schwartz for, his visit to Mars recently. And then also, of course, Sandoval is going to be on Fox's Armed Forces, the second season. And I think this is just great because it just raises the visibility of the show. Now, she is not going to be the first cast member from a Bravo show to be on there. We've had Teresa. We've had Erica Jane, which, by the way, my friend used to know somebody that worked on that I did like the Groundling sketch comedy group with. And she brought me and our other friend to watch Erica Jane compete. So there's this great photo of me. Yay! Like just the most excited. It was before Tom. It was before Tom and all of that stuff. But I was so excited to watch her compete. And Teresa competed. I think Lisa Vanderpump competed. So Ariana's going to join that. And I wonder if there will be any jealousy with Sandoval. And then, of course, if this is happening right now, then we also have another storyline for Ariana. This will be a very big Ariana heavy season because you're going to have the sandwich shop. You're going to have the fallout from Sandoval. You're going to have potentially her new boyfriend. And then you will have her training for Dancing with the Stars. And does that mean the castmates will all come to support her? And then does that mean like Sandoval will dress in a disguise? You're like, what's up, dude? My name is Bomb Bandaball, and I'm just a regular patron here to watch Dancing with the Stars, dude. I'm curious if he's going to be jealous at all. I don't know. I'm really excited for this, but it just seems like, I mean, Ariana has just all of a sudden gone from a not busy past year. I mean, she shot the show and stuff, but to the busiest year of her life, potentially. So this is all very exciting. We'll get the official announcement tomorrow. And I have to tell you, I think she's going to surprise a lot of people with her dancing. And I think that's really cool because you always feel bad with Dancing with the Stars because you have some people that usually will compete that are already kind of dancers, and then you'll have people that just don't know what the hell they're doing. And that's like the person I would be if I ever got on that show, is just the person that didn't know what they're doing. So you would be like the Bad News Bears, like, oh, he tried. In further Vanderpump Rules news, Lisa Vanderpump has no plans for a new Pump restaurant after closing the West Hollywood Eatery. I can't do it. I put my heart and soul into Pump. Me and Nigga Lane, we've opened so many restaurants. Ken Todd as well. Did you know sometimes the boys in a jacuzzi with Raquel? I can't believe that. Sorry. I'm on one, you guys. It's been a long day. So she has no plans for a new Pump restaurant, which, by the way, why would you have plans for Pump restaurant? You had to close. They didn't want to keep you there. They raised your rent and you would stop paying rent. I mean, listen, she is already a restaurateur. And I think a lot of her current restaurants are in Vegas. And I think that's really where she wants to make a home, as well as she has one opening in Tahoe that's going to be soon. So she's doing really well. This, if anything, was just probably a drain, even though the name Pump to me is synonymous with Vanderpump Rules, even, and that's the bummer, is that it was always fun to go in that circuit. the circuit of Tom Tom Pump and then down the street, Tom Tom Pump and then down the street, Sir. Now, of course, we'll have Pump closing, but we'll have something about her, which is, kind of just, it's half a block down from Pump. So that'll be there. So you'll still have 3 restaurants. I don't think they're going to keep that sandwich shop open all night, though, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Can you imagine how many drunk people coming out of the Abbey, like Tom and Raquel, that would need a kind of something to fuel up, like a hoagie at 2 a.m. from something about her? Yes. That place, though, it looks beautiful, but it is so tiny that I'm like, how many people can they legitimately fit in there? And the thing is, it's going to be so sought after when it first opens that how are they going to do it? Truly will be a line out the door. And that kind of would, I'm so excited for them, but that would make me so nervous. I don't know. Anyways, we'll find out. It'll all happen. So it closed its door like after 10 years. Pump was open for 10 years. Last day was July 5th. Lisa says it was purely a business decision. The rents are like $80,000 a month, Lisa says. So she was just like, there's no way. And that's why we walked away from Villa Blanca as well, Lisa said. And they didn't renew the lease there as well, which that's what Lisa's saying. I've also heard other things. So who knows? Maybe the truth lies somewhere in between the two. She also did say that she's not looking to relocate and open Pump somewhere else in Los Angeles. I'm opening 2 more with Caesar's Palace. And so that's very exciting, she said. And she says she has 2 already there going that are gangbusters. I have Tom Tom. I have Sir. So Lisa is going to be very busy. I've seen Lisa so much. I was talking about all the people that are filming the show. And Lisa seems to be in a lot of the scenes. And are you guys more in the mood for a heavy Lisa Vanderpump season? I'm of the mind that I don't want a heavy Lisa Vanderpump season. So I think the way they used her this past season was the perfect amount of Lisa. And if we can get Ken Todd coming in there, stumbling, talking about jacuzzis more, I'm all for it. But if Lisa, all of a sudden, because this show has gotten so popular in the last season, if she now wants a bigger role, I hope she is wise enough to realize that we don't need her reactions. And I'm saying this with peace and love. I truly am, because I think Lisa Vanderpump is an icon. Okay, now on to Raquel Leviss. What's up, Raquel, dude? She is allegedly refusing to return to Vanderpump Rules without a big post-Sandoval raise. I talked about this also with Brian Moylan in a sense that at this moment, she is in, or her people or her parents or whoever is doing negotiations for Raquel are in a really good spot. Now, I don't personally think the show needs her as much as other people do, just because I don't think she brings a lot when she opens her actual mouth. And unless she's learned to communicate in a more effective way than she has in previous seasons and the reunion, I think once again, it would be a disappointment, because I don't know if she's able to verbalize her actual thoughts. Now, of course, there's that sick part of me that regardless would want to see her. And by the way, just to assure you guys, I'm sure we will see her. I cannot want her there. And I can also tell you that she probably will be there. I truly believe they'll get her. Now, she's not going to be there from the beginning, but I do think she'll have some dramatic appearance, and they'll like, next week, the return of Raquel. And, tell me about it, stud. Like, I will get that moment. Trust me. But at this moment, they're saying that she is asking for a big raise. Now, this is a shocker. A lot of these people that are on television, especially reality stars, they don't get paid as much as you would think. They're not like, they don't get $1 million salaries like some actual scripted television shows do. Now, of course, the older cast members like Tom, like Katie, like Schwartz, like Sheena, Sheena, not even Sheena, you'd be shocked. They make more and they can negotiate, but there's only so far Bravo is going to go. Now, they're going to give them all probably a little bit of a fairly steep raise, but at the same time, they realize, and what I would imagine they're going to make the argument to any of these people, but we'll go to this in a second, is that the brand deals they're getting right now are going to equal, if not be surpassing, their actual salary for the show. Now, the reason why Raquel, I would imagine, and her people are going to be pushing for buku bucks is that she does not have the benefit of those brand deals. She's not on Cameo. She's, things have dried up in terms of Raquel. And Tom, don't feel as bad for Tom as you might want to, because like I said, he was just on Armed Forces on Fox. He's got the band stuff. I don't think that's making a ton of money, but Tom is at a manager and has had his eye on certain business things for multiple years. So he is more in a place where he can kind of survive this storm and also find ways to use it for him. Now, Raquel, and especially if Tom is not offering advice to her, is a little bit more in the lurch. So I would imagine if she does come back, if they want her to come back, they're going to be asking for an astronomical amount of money for that cast, not for television in general, but for that cast. Now, what I would imagine also what would be happening is that she's not going to be a series regular because she's not shooting from day one, is that what I imagine is that they'll pay her a very steep fee for a handful of episodes. So she's going to do minimal work, but she's going to get paid a lot for that minimal work. So we'll see if I'm right. That is my prediction. But it's interesting. Think about the worst mistake that you've ever made in your life, and then how much money do you think you're owed for mistakes and pain in your life? But also take into account that other people have made money off of your pain and mistakes. I don't know. People are saying she lost all of her friends. People are talking shit about her all the time. People are talking shit on podcasts, doing weird imitations of her shaky voice. But her name kind of became synonymous with home wrecker. So yeah, it's a steep climb up to wherever she wants to go. Now, I think I've always said this week in, week out on the recaps is if her or her family truly are taking her mental health seriously, I don't think she should do the show. But I also think, this is somebody that wanted to be on reality television to begin with. So at the end of the day, mental health isn't their number one priority. And a lot of the cast members, even the people that didn't do anything wrong this season, mental health usually isn't their number one priority. These things, it's a really brutal business. And, Sandoval, he should be in some kind of mental health facility because, whatever's going on with that dude, at least Raquel went away. I'll be curious to hear what that story is, but would you buy a Raquel Leviss book? Like, what would the book be called? Like from DJs to karaoke singers? Like, what would the Raquel Leviss story be? Like, what would it be? Like, my name's Rachel, the Raquel Leviss story. Like, I'm very curious, but filming is already underway and she is not there as of now. So we will let you know, or I'm sure the internet will let you know as soon as she is signed. But I do also have a feeling that it is going to be, it's going to be, I don't know. Anyways, we'll keep talking about this as it goes on. Now, I wanted to also credit earlier. I was talking about the Tom Sandoval boots on the ground video. That was from an account at Channing Glenn was there. He was they were the one that spotted Tom and Tom filming today, talking shit about partner Greg. One commenter pointed out, didn't he quit drinking as 2 bottles of empty beers are seen in the video? Talking about Sandoval, because remember Sandoval at one of his Tom Sandoval on the Most Extra show said, dude, it's been like a month since I quit drinking, dude. That's the thing. When you lie about something this big and then all of these lies like start coming into play, you really then can't believe anything this person says. Like, it could be near beer, but it looked like actual regular beer. And we do know Tom Sandoval does know his way around a lie. So he does know that we would potentially empathize and sympathize with somebody that was trying to be sober. From the video that we saw, empty beers, it looked like he was potentially drinking. But now this is a huge thing that we can give him credit for. No white nail polish in the video. Clean nails, you guys. That is called growth. Are you kidding me? This guy's not wearing white nail polish. That's the best thing we could have expected from all of this. If we got him to stop wearing white nail polish, huge. So congratulations, Tom Sandoval. It's going to be interesting. I truly think that these people are going to eat each other alive. It's just, I don't think they're ready for, I don't think anything prepares you for being on a show this many years for it to die down and then take a steep rise up to successful show again. I don't think, and it's going to start winning awards. You guys, I will eat my shoe, not a flip flop, not a shoe, but like I'll eat a flip flop. It's got to be like battered and stuff like fried, but I'll eat it. I bet Vanderpump Rules will get nominated for a Best Reality Show Emmy this year. Like usually those are reserved for competition reality series like Top Gun, Amazing Race, or Top Chef, Amazing Race. But I do think Vanderpump Rules has a damn good chance, which would be exciting to see DJ James Kennedy at the Emmys. Look at me with all of these fat fucks. I'm at the Emmys. DJ James Kennedy, Guys Night at the Emmys. Okay. Now, moving on to Real Housewives of New Jersey, this is, get this, you guys. For all the shit everybody talks on Reddit, Twitter, Twatter, Threads, whatever social media, is that they were saying, oh, Teresa Giudice, however we say her last name, she's going to be fired. Or the other side was saying, no, Melissa Gorga, she's gone. She's fired. Guess what? Everybody's fucking wrong. Everybody needs to shut the hell up. Nobody has good information ever. It's a big phony pile of horse poo-poo because guess what? Everybody's returning to Real Housewives of New Jersey next season. Everybody. So they will all be back for filming of season 14 of Jersey. Remember, they went out with a bang. That reunion was completely toxic and very entertaining, and it got really high ratings. So Bravo, instead of fixing a long-term problem, says, hey, let's get our money. If they'll all sign up, let's do it all again. So we are going to do this all again. And I'm sure we will all say we hate it again, but we'll all watch. So they're going to stick with what works for the ratings. There was so much speculation about this, even up until this week, people saying Melissa Gorga was fired. And it just goes to show you everybody is wrong. Don't believe things that you read on the internet. Just don't. I mean, People Magazine reported that the network has made return offers to both of the women as well as to the rest of their season 13 cast. So verbal offers went out this week to Giudice, Gorga, Dolores Catania, Margaret Josephs, Jennifer Aiden, Rachel Fuda, and Danielle Cabral. Jackie Goldschneider and Jennifer Fessler will once again be friends of the franchise, which is good because especially Jackie has a book coming out, I believe, in September. So I think that's good that she'll be able to promote that on the show. No contracts have arrived yet, but filming for season 14 is said to begin in August. So what do you guys think? I don't know. I was talking about this also with Brian. Go watch that interview, by the way, or listen to that interview. Is that the toxicity, it doesn't even just come from the show itself. It's the fans. And I think that's what makes it feel even darker, is that we're watching this, but the fandom behind it is so brutal. Like it is so intense. And you really, it's a fandom that makes you pick a side. There's no innocent bystanders in a Jersey fandom. Okay, so moving on to Real Housewives of Miami, which I think should be close to filming their upcoming season, which, reminder, is going straight to Bravo. They're going to air the reruns on Peacock, but remember, the last two seasons have been directly to Peacock, and then Bravo got it months and months later, which I believe Real Housewives of Miami this past season is finally hitting Bravo in the next week or two. So this is going directly to Bravo, which is really good news for Real Housewives of Miami. It's an excellent, excellent housewives show. Michael Jordan, you guys know, not Michael B. Jordan, not Creed, but Michael Jordan, the famous Chicago Bulls basketball player, entrepreneur, shoe maven, he finally lets us know that he does not approve of the relationship between Larsa Pippen and his son Marcus. Now, of course, Larsa Pippen was married and had kids with, his one of the main teammates that you associate with Michael Jordan from the Chicago Bulls, Mr. Scottie Pippen. And then Michael Jordan's son Marcus is now all up in Larsa Pippen's guts. Yeah. So anyways, Michael Jordan was coming out of, I think, a restaurant, and he was being bombarded by the pops, and they were asking him if he approved. And finally he was like, no. He goes, no. These have been 4 months that they've officially been a couple, Marcus and Larsa. Now, Marcus is 32, Larsa is 48. But the first time that we've got Michael Jordan on camera expressing his disapproval of the relationship. Now, I've heard a lot of stories about Michael Jordan's sons over the years, and I know they do live, or did at a point live off their father very well. They were spending a lot of money in Vegas from a couple stories that I had heard. And it's really weird. It's got to be so hard to be the son or a daughter of somebody that enigmatic. I mean, Michael Jordan is one of the greatest superstars of all time, not just athletes, but a superstar, and consistently brings in hundreds of millions of dollars a year still, just through his Nike partnership, the Air Jordans. I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars a year. There's actually a great movie you can watch on Amazon Prime called Air, directed by Ben Affleck, talking about the courting of Michael Jordan to make the first Air Jordan shoe with Nike. It's a really great movie. You should check it out. Jason Bateman, Chris Tucker, really loved it. But it's still, he is just so wealthy. I always wonder, even in the show Succession on HBO, it's just like when your father is that enigmatic, how do you make a path for yourself? And also, especially when you want to live the high life, but you're living the high life based on your father's reputation and his money. And that's the thing. Like Larsa is, I think she's a very entertaining housewife. I would never want to get into a fight with Larsa, but also the Scottie Pippen of it all. I don't know. Come on, guys. It's weird. It's weird on so many levels. It's just weird. It's like to think that Scottie Pippen, whatever him and Michael Jordan's relationship is now, which I believe it's strained even without this, is that then you're like, your son is dating my ex? Your 32-year-old son. Like, it's just this weird reminder. It's just this, it's horror. It's just really horrible. Marcus seems like to be a nice guy, and now they have a podcast. Larsa and Marcus have a podcast together, which Larsa sometimes is so soft-spoken, even though she'll like get those barbs in and she'll drop some tea. Anyways, by the way, Michael Jordan was coming out of a Paris restaurant called Matignon. Michael Jordan's 60 years old. Whew. But anyways, he laughed when he said that he didn't approve of it, but he said a very emphatic no. What do you guys? Do you guys approve of this? I mean, it really doesn't matter what we approve of, but you want Larsa to be happy. And I just feel like at the same time, you want Larsa to be in love, but it's so weird when it's tied to Michael Jordan that way. You can't help but think this is some kind of weird swipe at Scottie, even though she would swear up and down that it's not. Larsa is she is a back alley assassin. She will get you when you don't see it coming. You do not mess with Larsa. You think you can like kind of laugh her off and stuff, and then she will hit you with something in this kind of quiet Larsa voice that'll like just turn your hair white, and you're like, oh God, my God, you just read me. Okay, and then as we start winding down here, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills had a huge week this week due to the relationship news between Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky. Their 27-year marriage is going through a very tough time, as they said in their statement. People has reported their separation. They have not announced any kind of divorce, just a separation. But there has been extra eyes, a lot of extra eyes on Kyle Richards' relationship with her new friend, the country singer Morgan Wade. Now, I talked a little bit about this on, was it Monday's episode on the Pop Culture Roundup? Because I think it was Glorified Gossip Girl on Instagram had a video of Morgan Wade's ex. And she was obviously going through this breakup with Morgan Wade and had feelings. She was crying in the video. And she was like, I'm going to my ex-girlfriend's show tonight, and this person that I don't want to be there, I know she's going to be there. And then you find out the date and time, and it all like kind of works out that this was Morgan Wade, and it was Kyle Richards was the girl that this girl was crying about. Her name's Katie Cannon, by the way. She was on Temptation Island, the US version. And they were never publicly in a relationship. They had a private relationship, Page 6 said on Thursday. They had a relationship from November 2021 to August 2022. I always like it that Page 6 is like, private relationship. Here are the exact dates. This is their addresses. Though she did not feel comfortable disclosing why the pair chose to keep their romance to only themselves and close loved ones at the time, Cannon recalled the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star coming into the picture around March of last year. Now, let's do the math together. I don't know dates and time. March. Okay, so March of last year. We're in the year 2023, so that will be 2022. So March, then you got April, May, June, July, August, June. Did I get there? August, September, October, November. Then we go into 2023. Okay, so she's saying that. So this has been going on for a little bit of time. If this is that's interesting. So this has truly been going on. Wow. Anyways, according to the Temptation Island alum, Richards and a group of girlfriends reached out to Morgan Wade because they were fans of her music. That's how the initial friendship between Kyle and Morgan started, which we know Kyle loves a good country jamboree. From there, Canon 30 said the group as a whole developed a close bond, but something about the songstress rapport with Richards, Kyle Richards, whom the musician even brought to the 2022 Americana Music Honors and Award in September, stuck out to her. The Canon marketing agency founder told us she didn't feel comfortable elaborating and made sure to note that she's neither met nor spoken to Richards. Still, she said news of the Bravo celebrity separation from longtime husband Mauricio Monday actually did shock her, and that she wants to respect everyone involved as much as possible. So this tells us a lot without telling us that much. I wonder why it shocked her. I wonder if she thought it was always going to be kept secret. And really, there is nothing, we can only speculate. And of course, when it comes to sexuality and things like that, it's not the best thing to speculate. But we do know, regardless of sexuality, that these two ladies are very, very close friends. And there have been so many videos and TikToks made. I think I was watching Tracy Morrissey, who I love. She did a little bit of a deep dive on Monday as well, where she was even showing Kyle's Rolex that we saw Mauricio buy her. It was like a $10,000 Rolex in an episode of Beverly Hills. Morgan was fucking wearing it, performing a song. Like, she showed it in the box, Tracy did, and then we see her performing with them. And here's the deal. I get it. That's Kyle's watch. But like, if I was Mauricio, I would I don't even care if they're just friends. Don't give your friend the $10,000 Rolex to wear on your show. That's your Rolex. You'll be just you let your friends wearing jewelry. Listen, are you kidding me? I have an official Rochella wrist bracelet from the Rochella DJ James Kennedy and Raquel engagement. This is an official Rochella wrist. You think I'm going to let somebody wear my Rochella bracelet? Hell no. I would not let Olivia Rodrigo wear my fucking Rochella wrist bracelet. No. So anyways, this story seems like it's going nowhere. It is just heating up. We'll see how Real Housewives of Beverly Hills covers it. I don't think cameras are going to go up the way that it did on Vanderpump Rules, but you never know, right? You never know. So that was our Bravo Pop Culture Roundup. I hope you guys have the best weekend ever. I hope you are snug in bed listening to your Taylor Swift Speak Now Taylor's version, and I hope you do something truly amazing this weekend with people that you love. I always tell you at the end of the week, this weekend, watch something great, listen to something amazing, tell people you love them, go dance like no one's watching, or dance around everybody. I don't care. Do some exercise or don't. Lay in your bed. Take some time for you. Eat something great. Like, really, truly, drink something. Maybe get a little loaded. Who knows? And then on Monday, bright and early, come back here for an all-new Pop Culture Roundup with So Bad It's Good. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, all of that stuff. I took a little bit of a week off last week when I was with my parents on a little vacay, a little sojourn. So we kind of have not been doing as many YouTube videos. So let's get our YouTube presence back up. Thank you to all my guests this week. Brian Moylan. We had Caroline Calloway on, for the love of God. We had Sophie Ross. I mean, what a truly amazing week. And I can't wait to share with you guys pretty soon what's coming up next. So have a great weekend. Maybe I'll see you on YouTube, but I'll definitely see you on Patreon. Patreon.com/So Bad It's Good. Hello, baddies, and we'll talk to you soon.